Peace, family. You coolin' with the Completist, man. I'm with my brother Onaji, Rouse, man. We about to kick it, man. I'm about to get y'all hit to a comic book uh a favorite of mine, one that's really slept on, Odina. It's from Concrete Comics, and it has a definite historical, background to it, a cultural background to it. It gives a different personality for a female main character, which I really liked a lot. I kind of you kind of get tired of the um the black powerful woman that holds her tongue, always under the radar, try to keep it low key. She don't care. She like, y'all need me, you know. And I fuck with that. I think I really like that a lot. And man, introduce yourself, brother, man, to let the people know who you is, man, and tell them a little something about yourself.
Absolutely. First of all, I got to give you your props real quick, just for because you said wait till you read the rest of the issues, because the fact that you picked up on the whole attitude of Odin, well, not attitude, more like the character of who she is, and she's not the typical character. Like, like as black characters, oftentimes we get put in boxes where we can't have different types of personality. So the fact that
Man.
you appreciate that, I got to thank you for that, first of all. But
Man, it's real, man. It's very
you
real. I'm a big comic head, and one of the biggest characters when it comes to me that has that issue is Adam Brashear, or Blue Marvel from Marvel,
yes,
and I hate it, bro. It
you
hurts
know,
my soul. It hurts
yeah,
my soul.
like give them just a tad bit, of some swag or something, But anyway, but my name is Onaji Rouse. I'm the creator of Odina Kandaki, and also the film Drafted Origins, which is streaming on Tubi now.
Man, to be honest, I was gonna ask you about that. Thank you for reminding me, bro. Because I was before the show, y'all. Just before I get into all that, I was letting my brother know that I just found out that he was a filmmaker. I'm an aspiring filmmaker, and we're gonna get into some film topics later. But thank
Oh,
you for reminding me, man, because that's something I'm gonna have to watch. Because I wanted to know where do I find it so I can watch it. You know what I'm
I
saying? And
got you.
I definitely, what I'm saying, I'm gonna definitely watch that tonight. You
I
know what I'm
got you.
saying?
I got you.
Tell the people again. It's called Origins.
Drafted Origins.
Drafted Origins.
So if we get
Got you.
enough streaming numbers or we blow it out the water, the next installment be called Drafted Power. So
All right, man. Shit. I'm gonna go check that out, man. Go on Tubi, y'all. Check that out, man. My brother got a movie out, man. But no, can Docky too. I actually, I read. I remember when, matter of fact, when I had read the end of the first two issues back, last year, and I saw the cover and saying that it was coming soon. And I was like, man, damn, I can't wait for that to drop. I never bought it, but like I told you before, I'm about to
yeah,
buy the next four. I gotta get caught up. But
yeah,
either way, same thing. Cultural, what I'm saying, empowerment for real.
yeah.
A lot of different personalities. I love the power gauging, what I'm saying, because it's not too extreme. It's modern, everybody, mixes it up a little bit, but the origins is different. It has more to do with the more to do with divine power than it has to do with stuff like an accident. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, I mean, depending on your perspective, some situations, some of us was created on the accident. You know what I'm saying? But you get, but you get my point. You know what I
Well,
mean? It's different. It's different.
yeah, yeah.
Like I like that. You
I
know,
definitely gonna say some of the hybrids could be considered accidents, but
you know how God's is though, man.
yes,
If anybody a myth head like me, the guys don't be caring for real. So
they
you can't
don't.
really even consider it an accident for real.
I
But
mean,
either way.
and it's funny you say that because it made me also think of. Did you watch The Blood of Zeus?
Yeah.
So how
I
like
think
they
it's a
always,
deep show.
yeah, I love that
Yeah.
animation too. So how they always refer to the bastards as opposed to the kids, and I'm just like, yeah,
Way different dynamic, bro.
yeah,
Way different dynamic. Like it's yeah, man. It's and like I said, and she's one of those individuals. Like I said, man, I like how you did it. She's the one that they called. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Even though they super team is got it all. They got all the powers you need. You know, they stack. But when they back against the wall, she at home chilling. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's funny as hell because at the end of the day, you have to realize, you know, especially when you living in this country, man, like you don't want to give everybody too much access to you, man.
No.
Superman learns that the hard way. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? And yeah, I like how you know what I'm saying, you made it, you know, more realistic, you know, and
Yeah.
that's what we need, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So when it comes to this comic book stuff, man, what inspired you though? Like when you was like, I want to make comic books.
Yeah.
I want to write literature. When
Yeah.
was that?
You know, it's funny you say it like that because even when you make comic books, you don't think of it as writing, even though it's a part of writing. You just think of, oh, I'm making a comic book. But when
Right.
I started really wanting to be like, yeah, I can do this. I think it was a few years ago when even though like I've always been a fan of comic books, like you said,
Hmm.
I wanted to start doing my own because it wasn't really, I don't know, books just won't really grabbing me at the moment. Like the titles that were out then, they weren't really good. So I was
I
like, I
feel
need
you.
more black characters. And if I'm looking, I'm not the one to ask for too long. I'm the type to like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Excuse me, you know, like I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like I ain't waiting. So with Odina, I got like 8, 10 nieces, and so you know, and at that time, you know, independent creators were coming out. You had different male characters, but if you were to line them up and be like, "Can you name me 5 black female characters?" Or like a few years ago, how? Of course, you know people will say Storm, and then
Hmm.
they put a Vixen, and then after that, it kind of falls off there because they're sitting there thinking like, "It really ain't that many." I was like, "Well, why not make a
Yeah.
black female character?"
You have to, yeah. There really isn't that many, especially if you're thinking about like main characters.
Yeah,
There really isn't. That's
no,
why you got to think so hard.
yeah, they're always supporting or the token character or whatever. So I was like, no, I'm gonna make her the main one. She's gonna be up to par with Supergirl and the Wonder Womans and them, so that way she can stand toe to toe with them. Like, why don't we get those type of characters?
Yeah. Hold on one second. Shit. Tag. Hold on. I'm trying to tag all these people. Man, no, and that's what we need for real. Because honestly, when you have like just think about the male and female dynamic, the male and female dynamic period. You have to have that balance,
Yeah,
you know. And just like you got Superman, you got Wonder Woman, you know,
yeah,
you got you know, you have to um even though their jobs are basically the same, they have different roles. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? And that's what I like, and that's why I'm saying when I say I like her position, especially in this universe. You know, because I got everybody comic for
yeah,
real. I just don't got all of them. I'm about to
yeah.
get them, but either way, it just makes it matches perfectly,
Oh yeah,
especially when you talk about representation.
oh
You
yeah.
know what
And
I'm
I
saying?
will say in our universe, all our characters kind of they can stand on their own, but if they were to stand side by side, it's a good combination of like you said, balance. Where you know you have the vigilantes, the cosmic, the divine, the supernatural. So I love it. So yeah, I think it's a dope.
Man, listen, it's just like I try to tell people, man, especially when it comes to modern day storytelling or comics in general. Um, I know a few movies have kind of tried to reference it a little bit, but our storytelling, man, is just like it was back in the day. Not saying that the mythologies are false or nothing like that, but
Yeah,
they are those are their stories,
yeah,
and just like ours, they have a message, they have a purpose, you know, and that is why I love this shit so much, man. I love, especially when I see representation, you know, personality. Even her dialogue had me rolling, bro. Like I was, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was, I'm thinking about my sisters, bro. I'm thinking
yeah.
everybody, all the black women in my family, I can hear them right now saying
But that's the
that.
beauty of like allowing characters to be characters. It's like you know, don't take like you know because you'd be surprised how many some people are like, oh, she's the typical angry black woman. I was like, come on now.
Man, come on, man. We got to do. We got to be more creative than that, man. Because
Thank you.
at the end of the day, it's deeper than that. You
Yeah,
know, 'cause it's deeper than being angry. She's not angry at all. She's
yeah,
very indifferent. You
yeah.
know, that's what I'll
Thank you.
say. But she ain't angry at all.
Thank you
and
so much.
then, and there's so many superheroes that are indifferent, man. You know, they don't care until the last minute.
And you know what's interesting? You said that because I always say people they don't give Jessica Jones this amount of grief because you
Hell
remember
no.
she was like she's like that in the books and the TV show. Like she's just like I don't care. Like so why does she get grace but the black women don't? You know, like come on.
Listen, you already know how that work, bro. Like it's just, like it's just, you know, you can't really win, man. But like I said, I love it, you know, because it sets the tone. You
Yeah,
know, it creates that. I mean, because at the end of the day, I try to let people know as well when you have character and your character stands out and is basically in its own lane, you
yeah,
did a good job. You know what I'm
thank
saying? If you, I can't think of nobody, you know what I'm saying, that is like this character
you. Yeah,
in, you know what I'm saying, not the comic book medium anyway, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, and that's just my opinion. And that's good, you know,
yeah,
because like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how her story you know, how it concludes or how it just reaches to the final finale of this arc or however you plan on doing it, you
yeah.
know. But it was, yeah, man, like when you met up with them, so when you met up with Concrete Comics, you know what I'm saying, and you was like, you know, it's like, what happened? Like, how did that happen? Because you know they have a powerhouse, they have a couple powerhouses for real
Yeah.
in their little universe. So when they
So
was like, yeah, let me hear that conversation.
so pretty much when we all formed, it was me, Jamel, Leslie, and Lonzo Star. When we first met, me and Jamel were with Powerverse, and we were
Mm,
with we were eventually gonna go that route because we had our characters over there, and so won't nothing really happening. So we was like, well, I kept in contact with Jamel, and so Jamel, I was like, what are you up to? What are you up to? Nothing. Still trying to work on my book. So he knew Lonzo, and he was like, "Hey, I know a guy. If we come together, we can make you can like come together as like the big three or team or whatever."
yeah.
So, so we all met up, and it just kind of clicked. So Jamel is actually he will always say this. He's like, "I'm the reason why these three know each other," and he's always gonna so, so he is the reason why the three of us initially met, and Absolver and Odina and Acolyte kind of blended well together, and kind of stand on their own, even together. So yeah,
Man, that's beautiful, man. Like teamwork make the dream work,
yeah,
man. Especially, you know, you got to come together with like-minded individuals. That's dope, man. That's a
oh
dope
yeah,
story. You
it
know, because like
definitely
I
has,
said,
yeah,
y'all
it
came
definitely has
together.
like
Yeah,
other creators come together and kind of like really like be like want the same goals and stuff. So yeah,
man. Yeah, that's dope, bro. Like it's kind of like you came together, kind of like the team did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, yeah, man. That parallels.
yeah,
That's dope, man. That's dope, bro. Man. So when it comes to um it's pronounced Kandake, right?
yeah.
Okay, so how many issues of Kandake are
Issue one just for now, but issue two is in development.
there? Got you.
And
So we should be looking forward to that then.
yes, because issue
Got
six of Odina is the closing of this story arc. So in issue six of Odina, the last page picks up for Kandaki.
Ah, shit. I need to hurry up and cop.
So then when you read Kandaki, you're gonna say, "Oh, okay, this is where it concludes from." And so I took my books, Odina and Kandaki, to BlurCon not too long ago, and so
Mhm.
I didn't bring that many Kandake, but I sold a lot of Odina, and I sold out of my Kandake because it was because people like a lot of people were grabbing the books, like
It
both
is a
books.
dope design.
Yeah,
It is a dope
and,
design.
and a lot of people don't know that I based it off African queens during the BC era.
Mm,
So,
okay. I think I have one in my one on the tip of my tongue, man. One.
What what's that?
The Queen of Sheba, Hapset. I forgot to say her
No, that's
name.
not her. No, no. So okay. So the Kandakes are they were the queens of Merowe. Merowe was doing it was like another kingdom in the Kush
Mm,
dynasty. So they had different dynasties, different queens each period. One queen in
okay.
particular was Amani Rines, and she pretty much fought the Romans to like it was like a back and forth to the point where they negotiated a peace treaty. And during her fighting the Romans, like she lost an eye, but she kept fighting. Like,
Wow.
yeah, so she's like one of the most known ones. Like she pretty much like gave them hell.
I'm gonna have to do me a little bit of research one time. You
Trust,
know what
trust me.
I'm saying?
Look into the they had a bunch of queens during those periods too. And they
And
oh
that is true. That is true. That's something that you don't that a lot of people don't even really know unless you actually talk to somebody who is scholared in
yeah,
that area of knowledge, or if you know what I'm saying, come across that shit in a damn movie or TV
yeah.
show. Like it's crazy. But
And
that is true,
also
man.
the pyramids, the Merowe pyramids are in
Mm,
today modern day Sudan. So if you look up pyramids of Merowe, it's going to show you the pyramids where they all used to live in Merowe, and some of these are where the queens used to live in. I think there was this Italian archaeologist who raided one of the tombs. Of course,
mm.
he
Oh yeah.
stole all the gold. Um, but yeah, the pyramids are still there, and it in the beginning of the Kandake book, it shows I had the illustrator illustrate the pyramids of like she going to see like where everything is like abandoned, deserted. So
Yeah. Man, that's one thing about these comics, and that's one thing that shocked me though. Is the illustrations are dope. Like
yeah,
I had no issue with any of it, to be honest with you. And and both of them bad too. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing you got to tip your hat off to you for, sir. You know what I'm saying? He understands. You know what I'm saying? Fellow completist, he understands the beauty of a black woman, man. But man, but no, it's you don't even understand, man. It's one of this is something that I really love doing. I love comic books. I'm a writer myself. Like I
yeah,
told you, I'm an aspiring filmmaker. And one thing I always wanted to do is be able to have these conversations with
yeah,
fellow comic book writers, get people out here hip that aren't hip to this comic because I enjoyed it so much. And I just want to create that dialogue, and to create that culture and that safe space for fellow comic creators and stuff, to discuss these topics.
oh yeah,
Because movies, writing, video games, all of it is art, and it's a
oh
creative
yeah,
space. You know what I'm saying? So when we discuss these things, sometimes a lot of people, sometimes, because I used to hate when people would judge something, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not judging it like I'm judging it. They're not,
yeah,
like critiquing it like I am. I
yeah,
had to kind of understand that that's not how it works. They're not going to do that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So when we have these conversations, it's good, and it's a better way for me to put stuff in layman's terms,
yeah,
or to explain, or for people to go back, or to be like, oh, look, well, that sounds interesting. Let me go and check that out, or let me go
yeah,
back and watch that, or let me go and cop that comic and read that. That sounds good. That sounds like something that's cool for my daughter. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying, or my sons. Because that's what we need. And I see stuff like this as literature. I don't see everything as just entertainment, because
yeah.
I think that the term entertainment, what I'm saying, has no real value to
No,
it. You know what I'm saying? So
especially
I
what
don't.
they got going on now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, it's there's lessons to be learned. There's messages to be received. And I appreciate it, man. One thing I got from this comic and this message, bro, is to be your damn self, bro.
yeah,
Like, and everybody has ancestry. Everybody has a lineage, especially you need to know your lineage, or at least try to get to know it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, your name is important, yourself
Yeah.
is important.
And it's interesting you said that because the hero journey for most characters, it is important to be yourself. And as people, like one of the things, we experience setbacks, like
Yeah.
I said, life, but get back in the game. Shit.
Man, for real, like you have no choice. Like all you can do is fail. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And failing is learning, bro. And you
yeah,
can't keep failing. You're gonna
no,
eventually succeed at least one time.
yeah. That's the one thing a lot of people don't know is that failure is part of it. So
And see, hey man, like hey, we know, what I'm saying? I
yeah,
see you doing your thing. Like I said, my brother got a movie on Tubi, man. Like I said, I can't wait to get off this damn interview so I can go watch it. No, but for real though, let me ask you this though, man. Like aspiring filmmaker to filmmaker, bro.
yes,
From mentor to Padawan, master to Padawan. Explain to me this. Tell me this. When you finally choose to be like, this is the movie I want to be funded. This is the movie I want to be filmed.
yeah,
I want at least partial creative control, if not whole.
yeah,
How do you even go about that, bro? Because I understand and know that there's helly politics in this shit. I know it's gotta be. So, and I know it can't be easy for a black man. So, man, anybody that's our fellow man, try to let us know how we even get in the game, bro. Like tell
Well,
us something.
well, here's the thing: as a black indie filmmaker, I can say this: um, to have you have a goal because you want to make a film. Like there's something that's on your heart that you want to make, and you can't go to sleep without it. Like you getting it out, and by doing that first, you want to do like a breakdown of like what it's about, whether that's in the form of a script, a treatment, or something. Go ahead and write out what is your idea. Like, is it characters? Like, what is the story? What is the theme? All that stuff. So, as a black, now remember I said black indie filmmaker. I ain't in the circle yet.
Yeah, I was about to say I ain't thinking, yeah, you ain't part of
Yeah,
SGA or nothing
but
like that. I got
even as black indie filmmakers, we have to give each other some grace. Because
you.
remember, if you imagine like they already don't give us an inch, so we're pulling stuff from from other places to kind of keep us going, keep us inspired. Like it's really like a thing where you got to root yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, you're gonna meet people on your journey who gonna be like, "Bro, we can do this," and that's when you start pulling your tribe, and your tribe
Yeah,
is really going to what really pull you up and be like, "Let's do this." They show
yeah.
up on set every day, like because you there's no right way. There's no right way to do shit. Like even when I started, when I wrote my stuff down, there was a time when I was like, "Well, I'm probably never gonna film it," because a lot of people when they hear sci-fi, they shun you.
Oh my goodness, man! I swear, I swear, I thought I was going crazy, bro. I
No,
was just telling somebody this shit earlier today. Like sci-fi, whether it's in anime, movies,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like it's like at the bottom genre,
yeah. That it's bottom genre for because they don't want us. I don't know if they really want.
especially for us.
Yeah.
Especially for us.
So I remember one time I did my trailer. The film was somewhat done. I did a trailer like a teaser, took it to this networking event, and everyone was like, "Great job! I would love to see this." It's different from what we normally see with black characters. Normally we get the thugs and pimps or whatever, and and come but it was like, but keep going, and so that's pretty
Motherfuckers,
much
man.
what the name of the game is. Keep going. Like there are gonna be days where like even during like doing location scouting, craft services, like trying to set up like what you need to do, it's a learning process. Like even if you
Hmm.
get someone who's good at what they do, it's still a learning process. Be thankful in whatever you do because it's like building you up. Trust me. Like there were days where
Yeah.
I'm about to blow up on set, but God was like, "Nope, relax," because remember you're the head of the set. So
Yeah.
if you blow up, that sets a tone. And
Hmm.
I and so you got to be like in that leader mindset as well.
For real. For
Yeah.
real. definitely, man. It's like um Zack Snyder. So I have my opinion.
Are you talking about the Moon movie?
Yeah, yeah. So Rep- so if you be on social media, it's more it's like a 50-50 thing. It has this side that basically have a great disdain for the movie, and you got a side that love it. Now the director's cut is coming out August 2nd, and it looked totally fucking different than the movie that came out. But the thing is, we have seen Zack Snyder do this before. And then
Yeah,
just
he did.
because it looked different, it doesn't mean that the writing is any different. You know
Remember
what
what I
I'm
said. It works better for others, not for us. They get all the money.
saying?
They can
Right.
get director's cuts. They can get second part twos. And you know what? The whole time I'm thinking, I was like, they gave not to be a hater, but they gave
No,
money.
I feel you.
Like seriously, like here's a story I'm gonna tell you. So not only was I doing this movie, but I was approached to do like an animation.
Mm.
And so, side note, it didn't go through because the writer strike hit and everything or whatever. But the people who I met, they said their words were, "We're kind of going in a different direction, more workplace comedy." And so I was like,
What?
"Okay," I was like, "That ain't me," but whatever, whatever. Dude. So it's pretty much a waste of time. Like, but
That's always been my issue with the offices, bro. It's like they always trying to add
move,
their,
move the
you know,
line.
yeah, trying to, you know what I'm saying? And just do things the way they want, and it ends up hindering and affecting the production. It affect people's lives. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of nonsense that don't even need to be happening because the people
Me
don't really have love for it like that.
Me and the young lady who they hired as a showrunner, we knocked out a synopsis for 2 days straight on a call, typing it out. Like we put a Bible together for the series, and a
Mm-hmm.
Bible is pretty much 5 to 8 pages. You got
Mm-hmm.
the story, characters, episodes, all that stuff. So, yeah.
Shit. And it's different, and TV shows is different than movies. Just for everybody that knows, longer, depending on, you know what I'm saying, because basically every, like, if you writing a movie script, the movie script is like 8 to 12 pages. No, the act
Yeah.
8 to 12 pages. You know what I'm saying? The episode, like for a TV show, would be like, what would you say, um like 24 to 30 something pages, something like that, depending on how
Probably,
long the episode is.
probably like up, if it's a half hour, probably up to like 35. If it's an hour, probably up to like 55.
Gotcha. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's different,
Yeah.
either way, it's the same mechanics, But yeah, that's crazy though, bro. Like, I can only imagine just the shit, you know what I'm saying, that y'all have to go through. I'd be having a hard time. You feel me? So I already know I'm gonna have a hard time once I finally get my ass out there. And I'm almost done with my little shit. I was about to send it to Netflix and everything, but I was like, they probably won't even fucking accept it. And if they do, they might fuck around and just buy it from me because I don't have no goddamn resume. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or just throw me in the dust or some shit. So that's what made me want to like go to school. You feel me? Because
Yeah.
I know that they care about that type of shit.
Yeah, but no, totally. Like, trust me. Even like my director, who just premiered his film, um, called Dirty Dilemma on Amazon Prime Video. You know, he pretty much, we're going through like distributing through independent route. So
Hmm.
even if we were like just to have our stuff ready and the ion to be ready, so they can say like, okay, you're serious about this, like building up your portfolio and whatnot.
Hmm.
It'll get there. Trust me. You just gotta build your team, your tribe around you. So
For real. So when you did your movie, I know that you was happy as hell. I know you shed a tear when you said rap.
I did actually.
man. So so what's the plans, man? So you know what I'm saying, you said that you doing, you know what I'm saying, you working on something else right now, so is any like so like TV shows is something that you are willing to do, like TV shows
Yeah,
and animations,
yeah.
that stuff you are willing to do?
I would love to get in writing for TV. I did co-write a Christmas film last year,
Okay.
but that got put on a back burner. Which hopefully, it was a good
Happens.
script too. Yeah, BT said it wasn't their style.
God damn them mother! Don't make me get on BET, man. Do not
But
make me get on BET.
but I will say I am down to write for TV. I actually I would love to write for TV. Um, I did write recently for a web series, like it was
Hmm.
called Booked, and it's like a mockumentary style like comedy. And
Okay.
yeah, so I did write for that. So I'm open to write. I think right now my next step is submitting more scripts because I did write some more stuff and seeing if I could like
At
place
least
them.
snag somebody, right? Like snag
Yeah,
something.
yeah. But the drafted origin series, I would, if I could, I would like to turn it into because it wasn't really supposed to be a series.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, but I would love to turn it into actual limited series or something.
Man, people, man. If y'all watching this, stay tuned. I mean, if y'all tuned in, man, go on Tubi and check out my brother Onaji Rouse's movie, Drafted Origins, man. Check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. Y'all ain't doing shit anyway. A lot of y'all just got off work. But no,
It's
hey, it's free. It's like that's what I'm saying, man. And I want to support, you know what I'm saying? I wish it's something that I can, you know what I'm saying, like go to
yeah.
theaters to see, because Sundance. So let me ask you this: did you go to you played it? You had it at like a Sundance festival, movie festival first,
The
or
first
you didn't?
the pilot I submitted to American Black Film Festival Atlanta. And so
Oh,
yeah, so it
okay.
was accepted there. And so after that, with film festivals, they have so many rules that I was like, okay, I need to start generating some revenue. I ain't like because these film festivals cost money to submit. Have you
I
been?
feel you.
Have you seen them? Like,
I I believe it. I have no clue. I didn't even know that it. You know what I'm saying? I was sure there was some type of fee, but I ain't had no idea.
hell no. They want you to pay, and then they want you to submit your film. Not only pay, but pay for the submission, so you can wait to hear it wasn't accepted. I was like, I'm not waiting for that shit.
Oh my god, that's fucking terrible.
It
That
is,
sounds like some shit that they'll do though. Like,
yeah. And so I was like, I'm just gonna submit it independent, get my money up, and then work my way from there, and collaborate with other filmmakers. Because if you notice, in Detroit, they have a system with even
yeah,
though like their that the movies are you know, but they do what they do. It's
and they get
them,
them done.
yes,
Yeah,
and they all collaborate and work together. I admire that how they got their hustle. So I can't
I
be
do
mad at them.
too. Don't get me wrong, family. Anybody that's listening, I made a little jokey joke on Tubi and they moved forward, but I also told y'all Tubi has fire on there. Like
Oh yeah,
going from low budget films to classic films to anime
yeah,
to old school cartoon. They got everything on there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So don't sleep. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I know the last 2 years they've been like Tubi has been like the butt of the
Yeah,
jokes, but
yeah.
nah, they got a lot of shit on there.
But I think the reason why those butter the jokes though is because it draws attention. And so
Hmm.
when people go there, they're just like, oh, I didn't know this movie was up here too. And they like, how many people I've heard be like, oh, I just saw this movie. It was real good. I was like,
Man, and even when you watch, and then there's some movies that are so like not even so bad, but so low budget that they're good. Like
yeah,
sometimes it just be like the writing was really good, but they just didn't have the best funding for the,
yes,
you know what I'm saying, the visuals. It happens. Either way it go, I think, like you said, I think that it's very inspiring. I think
yeah,
that it is because at the end of the day, we have creative people out here, man. Black people are artists.
yes,
We've always been that way.
yeah,
and all you got to do is create a little lane for us, and we gonna make some shape. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Shoot, when I was growing up in high school, shit, we was watching low budget films, Killer Season. Shoot,
Exactly.
all these low budget movies was a shit back in the day. I used to watch all of them, so I ain't
Exactly.
mad. And BET used to be on it too. I don't know why they done got so damn bougie. Like
You-
they
That's because
I don't know what they on.
they got bought out. That's why.
Yeah. That shit happened too. I lightweight stopped watching them ever since that shit happened. But it's neither here nor there, man. So you writing any novels?
That'll probably be eventually down the road. I would love to do that
Got you.
eventually down the road. Like,
Hey
yeah.
man, that should take time. I've been writing this damn book for 3 years, bro.
What's your book
Like
gonna be about?
like I it's it's a it's a sci-fi fantasy, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that I called it a modern sci-fi fantasy because technically it's within our time frame, but
Yeah,
the main character ends up leaving and going outside of the galaxy, and time is different.
yeah,
Technology is different everywhere they go, so that's kind of why I made it that way. But it's more so of a ancestry coming of age story. Uh Twins, they basically came from royalty, intergalactic still, I mean, whatever you want to call it, but they end up getting betrayed by the half brother, and I'm
yeah,
saying, some shit like that. He ends up taking over, trying to kill the twins. They escape. They live on Earth for a good 16 years. Powers and abilities start fluctuating and catches the, attention, of
yeah,
the antagonist. You know what I'm saying? And he has to eliminate them because the only way for him to obtain this specific power in the cosmos is to have the blood of the descendants of the emperor, which was his brother. And
yeah,
he's a half brother, so he don't have all the full blood. So he
yeah.
can't just use his, he got to use the twins. That's why he's trying to catch them. Now
Got
it's bigger than that. I want my shit to be more like a Star Wars type shit. I want
yeah,
my universe to be expanded, all types of different races and all types of stuff. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that George Lucas is so damn lazy, for
I
real.
was gonna
and
say,
and
well, how many pages have you done so far for the novel? Do you know? Or?
man, to be honest, probably like a good like 110.
Okay,
I want the novel to be like at least 300 pages. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? Because I want it to be in multiple parts. You
yeah,
know, because I don't want my shit to be rushed. I want to pace it out decently. You know, and it's the same way with film, man. I'm a big cartoon and animated guy. I really
yeah,
want to make a lot of animated movies,
yeah.
and musicals. I want to make a musical. I think Idlewild is one of the greatest movies ever made. Um,
I keep forgetting that's a musical.
Man, that movie is amazing.
I
Like,
like it. I just didn't. I don't think I catch him. I wish they would have probably chose a different lead
oh
actress.
yeah, oh yeah. Everybody. Like I said, she's another one that half like her, half fucking don't.
Yeah,
So I get it. They should have got somebody different though. Somebody
yeah.
that probably, what I'm saying, shit. They could have got Beyonce for that shit for all I gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Who's somebody? Yeah, man. So we gonna, I hope, man, I already know we gonna end up doing some more shit. I'm gonna have you on the
Oh,
show
absolutely.
again, man, especially when you drop your new stuff. But let let the people know where they can reach you, where they, can see your stuff, track and engage with you and all that.
Absolutely. You can find me on Obsolete Studio LLC on IG, as well as also that on Twitter. So, and you can find me. Let me see. I'm on TikTok as well. So I don't want to be there, but I gotta be there because I
Hey, you
gotta.
got to, brother.
Yeah,
Marketing.
yeah. Pretty much. So, but yeah, and also Drafted Origins is on Tubi. You know, support the black filmmakers, especially
Definitely.
South our realm.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I appreciate you for taking out the time to actually come and be on the show.
Absolutely.
Um, it's you know, I can't wait to finish reading this. And then, a matter of fact, I'm gonna call you when this shit done. When I'm done reading all the way until it's all the way up to the current,
Yeah,
I got you. I'm gonna
I
call
got
you.
you.
I'm gonna
No,
let you
seriously,
know, bro.
I'm here to answer your questions because I'm glad you said like you got what you got from 1 through 2. So when you pick up 3 through 6, I can't wait to see like what you think of those because that way, if you got
Definitely.
questions, I got you. I got you.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciate you, man. And thank y'all for tuning in and listening to this, man. This has definitely been a cultural embrace for me. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about comics, got to talk about black comics, black film, black indie film. We ain't get to talk about Tyler Perry. I don't really want to talk about that. But that motherfucker need to hire some writers and stay out the damn room. Or he
Uh-oh.
needs to change what he doing. I don't know. Because he lost his flair. That's all I'm gonna say. we gonna talk about more later, man. I appreciate you for coming, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Completist, man. Remember to love yourself and love your family. Don't stress about shit you can't control. And peace, y'all. All right,
Peace.
man. Thank you, man.
Thank you.